go against the grain, stay true to yourself, and don't bow down, ever. Don't quiver, stand strong, stand firm, and just understand that, hey man, like, everything's gonna be okay. I just gotta stay true to myself and get through it, and that is what rebel means.
What's going on, everybody? It's Matt here from Average Dude TV. We got Matt behind the camera right there. And basically, so from now on, moving forward, we are kind of, like, I would consider it a pivot a little bit. We're going to be doing something that I have not seen anybody else do ever on YouTube. And basically, we're thinking about, you know, starting a company, starting a brand, and being fully transparent with it through the entire process. And we'll get into that more in a little bit of detail. But first, what I want to say is, I know all summer and in the beginning of this past semester, Matt and I were working on a pre-workout product. And basically, we have decided to put that idea on hold for the only reason that one of the ingredients that we needed was very, I guess you would say, limited. It's very new, it's very volatile, and
controversial.
And controversial as well, yes. So all those things, you know, leading to like a supply chain that wasn't very reliable and stuff like that. So we didn't want to move forward with a product that we didn't even know if we could get the ingredients for to make every single time. So we're putting that idea on hold, might revisit it some point later in the future. We had a lot more things to learn about it than we have done now. We needed a lot more research, a lot more time and money to be put into that before it would be a viable finished product. So now we're looking to move on to something new that I think, you know, obviously with a lot of research and a lot of time and learning, you know, we'll be able to do a little bit better, and that is going to be clothing. So basically the premise of this is we're going to be making products that we ourselves would want to wear, stuff that Matt and I would think is fire, lit, stuff that we would always want to rep, and we want to make it perfect for ourselves, and hopefully in doing that, you know, you guys would want to do that as well, and invest in it as well. We're basically trying to look at the things that we want and make it the way we want, and hopefully you guys will follow suit with that and probably want the same things you want to have, and figure out ways to get the consumer involved in this process and figuring out what stuff we release, what stuff we launch. Obviously, that's further down the line. We have a lot to learn beforehand, and we have a lot of business back-end stuff to take care of, and a lot of design work, and a lot of stuff like that to do. We literally just thought of this idea today, or within the past couple weeks, and we want to take you guys along the whole process. You know, a lot of people say they're transparent in their businesses, but nobody really starts it from the bottom, which is where we're at now. Obviously, you know, over 80% of small businesses, new businesses, fail within the first year or two, and that's a risk we're willing to take, but we'll see how it goes. It'll grow alongside the YouTube channel. Hopefully that's our goal. We want to bring them both up at the same time. Obviously two separate entities, but they'll work together in cohesion, I guess you could say. And I think it would be really interesting to see, basically us just documenting the process in starting this brand and starting creating these products. And it's definitely something that's never been done before. You guys will be able to give us your input along the way, and I think you guys will be able to learn a lot from our experiences and learn a lot from watching these upcoming videos over the next couple years in starting a business from scratch, and we'll see how it goes.
So I mean, this is something that just this whole entire process has been something that's been on my mind for a while, because I knew, you know, since we started Average Dude TV, or Average Dude Fitness as we started in the beginning, I knew it was the right decision. I knew it was what I wanted to do, but through the entire process, I knew that the way that we were making and pitting out content was, I guess you would say, unsustainable and really non-scalable. You know, obviously our goal is to get subscribers, get views, and the way that we were pitting out content, the way we were packaging it, which I'll get to in a second, it wasn't something that you could scale. And the reason for that is that we thought, hey, You want to get more followers? Let's just do a bunch of different videos on a wide variety of topics, some hot topics, some things to do with the news, some new products, and we'll get the most exposure that way. We decided to go what they call very wide. What we're realizing now is that was almost like, in my mind, like a shortcut to try to like get this to scale up quicker. And I'm happy where we're at, definitely. But what we need to do is we need to close in. We need to make our videos. I use the word package a lot because the way I see it, each video is a package. There's the different spectrum of emotions. There's a different spectrum of events, of, you know, messages that we want to share, motivation, all of that. And the way we're putting it out now is some vlogs. Sometimes we'll do a random product review video. We'll do a random motivational video. And that content is good, but the way that it's packaged is horrible. Because as the viewer, you're getting confused. And so a lot of people, you know, you might subscribe to the channel because you saw a how to flip iPhone video, and now you see a, you know, Optimum Nutrition cake bite review video, and you're like, dude, what the f is this? Like, this isn't what I subscribed to. And what we need to do is we need to take all the different lessons, all the things we want to share with you guys, and we need to figure out a way to package all of that into one video. So when you click start, you know what you're getting. You're getting motivation, you're getting laughter, sometimes you're getting reviews, you're getting a little bit of everything in that one package instead of separate. And it just really makes it more consistent at the end of the day. And another thing, obviously, that's been on my mind, you know, we were working on this supplement pre-workout, the secret, the next big thing, whatever you want to call it. And as Matt said, one of the barriers was the availability of a specific ingredient, but another barrier was the fact that we have no right being in the supplement business. And we tried to teach ourselves and we tried to learn, but there's so many moving parts, and there's so many different chemicals, and there's so many different regulations for each of those, you know, ingredients. And it's just, you know, it was a good idea, it was, and we were excited about it, but it was like just outside of our wheelhouse. And sometimes the best thing that you could do is to just walk away. So we decided, like, hey, this isn't gonna happen now, at least. We need to walk away. We'll, you know, figure out what else to do. And obviously, you know, we're trying to start a business. We've been thinking of ideas for a while. I've been doing it since I'm 12 years old, trying to come up with ideas. So for 8 years now, you know, I thought about YouTube, and if you want to be a winner, you gotta look at what winners are doing. That's why I decided we needed to repackage our content, because I look at winners. I look at Gary Vaynerchuk. I look at Christian Guzman. I look at, you know, literally any YouTuber, and what they do is they package their content in the same format every single time, because as a viewer, if it's in the same format, you know what you're expecting. And I said, hey, if all the winners are doing it, then we need to do it too. But I also looked at what some of them claim to do, right? They claim that I'm going to show you how to run a business. I'm going to teach you tips on business. I'm going to show you inside my business. But at the end of the day, that's not what they do at all. I'm going to take a couple shots here, and it's nothing personal. It's just the way I feel about it. If you're going to tell your audience that you're going to show them how to run a business, and all you're going to do is go to Staples, buy a whiteboard, and write, yeah, it cost X amount of dollars, and we sold X of them, and our profit is this, and we made this much money, and the overhead is this, and you're gonna write an equation that pretty much all it says is your expenses, your net profit, and your gross profit, then that's not teaching anyone how to run a business. That's just going over some economics. So what I wanna do is create a series of videos that has all the same wacky Matt stuff that you like, the funny stuff, the motivational stuff, the random product reviews, the gym stuff, all of that in it. It still will have it in one package, but we're gonna start a business from scratch, from the bottom, from nothing, just an idea, and we're gonna scale that business up. We're gonna create a product. We're gonna get it prototyped, we're gonna get it manufactured, and we're gonna get it on the market, and then we're gonna market it. And we're gonna go through that entire process with actual transparency. I know, right? Because nobody else is being transparent. They're telling you, I'm gonna show you how to run a business, and the only thing they're telling you is their cost and their income. That's not a business, guys. That's fantasy land. That's just telling people, hey, look how much money that, you know, we're making on this product. It doesn't actually teach you or show you anything. it's just kind of like a false thing almost. And I've seen it like multiple times from multiple different people, and I understand why no one wants to do it. Because this is a very sensitive thing, and there's gonna be some things that we're not gonna wanna tell you because it's gonna make us look bad. When we're losing money, when we're telling you, yeah, we just paid 5 G's for a prototype and we have no sales. When we find out that our manufacturer is f***ing us and we just lost money. Who's gonna wanna share that with the world? Well, you know what? I think we're actually doing the world a favor by sharing the actual process of how everything works from start to, there's no finish actually. From start until however far you wanna take it. So that's what we're gonna do. Clothes is something that's been on our mind for a while. We have no experience with making clothes or anything like that. The reason that we're choosing it is because although we don't have any experience in the industry or making it or anything like that, it is something that we know, right? A pre-workout, you take a scoop. How did it work? It worked good, bad. I don't know. It's subjective, right? I mean, yeah, clothes, if they looks good or bad, is subjective, but we put it on and either you like it or you don't, bottom line. And plus being from New York City, there's a lot of opportunities for textiles, clothing. It's a good spot to start a clothing company as well. It was weird though, because we were gonna wait. We were gonna wait to drop clothes until we made it, right? But I'm thinking and I'm like, dude, there's nobody out there that's actually being transparent from beginning to wherever you want to take it of a business. There's nobody doing it because it's a long, excruciating, sometimes embarrassing process.
And sometimes it never even works out.
And sometimes it doesn't work out. But I'm telling you 100%, I have 100% confidence where this is going to take us. And I know that hopefully some of you guys are watching this right now and you're going to join us along the way. But I know even in a year, 2 years, 3 years, there'll be people watching this and they're gonna go all the way back into the archives, some of the early videos, and they're gonna see this, and they're gonna go, fuck, this kid, they actually started without anything. They started with just an idea and a couple bucks. And that's what we wanna do, that's what we wanna bring to you. And the only reason that we wouldn't show you a specific detail of the situation is if it had something to do with like legal implications, if there was any issues with that. And if that happens at the time, we'll tell you, hey, listen, there's something we need to censor out because of legal purposes. But besides that, you're going to be along for the entire journey. So better strap your seatbelts in, get ready for this one, because Rebel, we're coming to change the fucking game, baby.
So like Matt said, the name of the brand is going to be Rebel, and I think I'm really into this one because I feel like it has true meaning. I feel like it embodies both Matt and I, we're literally rebelling against what society has for us. We're doing our own thing on YouTube, starting businesses, we're showing people things that nobody has ever done before. We're going to take you along the entire journey with us of starting and trying to scale this business. And you know what? It's going to be ups and downs along the way. We're going to show you the successes, we're going to show you the failures, we're going to show you when we lose money, we're going to show you, when our manufacturer fucks us over and sends us wrong shipments of stuff. And we're going to show you when we get pissed at the manufacturers and we're on the phone with them yelling at them. We're going to show you, hiring new employees, blah, 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 all this different stuff. And it's going to be freaking crazy. I'm excited for it. I hope it works out, but who knows? Statistically, 4 and 5 businesses fail within the first year. So we'll see how it goes, but everything's a learning experience.
The statistics.
Exactly, bro. Rebel, bro. And it's going to be spelled Rebel, obviously, I don't know, whatever, but it's going to be pronounced Rebel, not Rebel. Rebel. Like we said, we literally have no experience with this. We have to do research on the different blends of fabric. We have to figure out how to freaking design all these clothes. Each type of clothing has all different panels and materials and yada yada yada. Sewing, I don't know shit about sewing. I can't do that crap. Going to be a lot of research. It's going to take a while. This is going to be years of our lives coming up, and we really just want to take you guys along with us the whole way.
Not just the products we bring, not just the videos we make. We want to change. We want to create a shift in the market. We want to be a disruptor. If you don't know what that means, it means that we want to come into a market and we want to do things and offer things and provide things that other companies aren't for their customers. And we want to create a shift in the market so that whatever we do, that becomes the new industry standard. because I think there's so many problems with just the market in general right now. So one of the things that we discussed that we want to do is that, well, for one, all of our clothing is going to be limited. That's kind of a trend right now. I think that just really helps with inventory and also, you know, revising our clothes so that, you know, our version 2s, 3s, etc. can be better than the first. But we're going to come up with a system in which we put out, say, 8 pieces online, and you guys vote. And you vote for what you like the most, and we actually only put in production the top 4 or 5 or, you know, whatever the amount is. And we want to put that power of what we're going to bring to you guys in your hands. Because there's no other company out there doing that. Right now, the companies are dictating, you know, what you can buy. They're saying, hey, you can only buy this. And I feel like in today's world, where it's, you know, shifting and the consumers have more and more power, the fact that it doesn't exist, where a company's coming out and asking you what you want or prefer, is just absolutely ridiculous. So that's going to be something that we're going to do. I think that's a game changer. I think that's something that adds value to for all customers. And I'm kind of excited to see how that part of it goes and how people react to that. So I'm just briefly going to explain the word rebel, what it means to me, how we came up with it and whatnot. Well, how we came up to it is pretty easy. We discussed this idea and I was trying to think of a name, and, you know, I'm sitting there coming up with all these motivational, inspirational names, and I'm like, nah, none of these sound good. Stopped thinking about it. And then a couple days ago, I was just driving home from the gym. Wasn't thinking about it, just driving, singing along to G-Eazy, you know. And it's just literally the word, I don't even know, it just smacked me in the face, bro. Like, I was just driving and the word just popped into my head and I was like, rebel, like, that's the word. That encompasses what we're trying to do. And if you want to know what it means to me, I'm sure, go back to your reaction when we said we were starting a clothing company. It was probably like, you have no business doing that. Who are you? Are you fucking crazy? How the fuck are you gonna do that? And I mean, that pretty much just explains like, rebel. Like, we're doing exactly the opposite of what everyone is telling us to do. We're literally doing the opposite of the norms of society. I hate internships. I'm not trying to get a job. I'm trying to do my own thing. When people ask me, you know, what I'm doing over the summer, I tell them I'm making videos. They tell me that I'm stupid. What do you, no one actually says I'm stupid, but they say, what are you doing? You know, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. And I say, that's good, you could do that. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna trust my intuition, because I lived a very long time, you know, closely kind of listening to the advice of other people until I realized that, well, for one, I wasn't happy at all. Because you really can't be happy unless you're doing what you truly want to be doing. And for two, you know, I'm gonna die on my sword. If I make a mistake, I'm gonna be making a mistake doing something that was my choice to be doing. You know, I'd rather make a mistake, you know, failing at my own business than working for somebody else for 20 years to realize that it was a fold. So that's kind of what, you know, rebel means to us. It means to just go against the grain. Go against the grain, stay true to yourself, and don't bow down, ever. Don't quiver, don't shake. When pressure, adversity, difficulty faces you, you need to just stand strong, stand firm, and just understand that, hey man, like, everything's gonna be okay. I just gotta stay true to myself and get through it, and that is what rebel means. That is the brand. That's what Average Dude TV is. Literally, that was the principle that founded us. We want to show everybody through our experiences that you could do anything and everything you want as long as you stay true to yourself, work your ass off, and believe in it. And with this company, when we bring it from absolutely zero, which is where we're at today, which is what you're watching, to the heights that it's going to be at, which is going to be mind-boggling. There's going to be so many freaking articles written about how these two kids started with no knowledge in the fashion industry, no knowledge about this, no knowledge about that, only bachelor's degrees, blah, 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 that it's going to just blow your mind. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to blow minds so that one day you could open your eyes, take the wool off, and realize you have a life to go out and live.
And f***ing rebel, boy.
And f***ing rebel against the norms. rebel against, sometimes there's a negative connotation to rebel, but we're not about that negative. We're about rebel, do what you want to do what your intuition is telling you. I've said it in every fucking goddamn video we made. We made 104 fucking videos. Every video I said, follow your intuition and you will not go wrong, regardless about what anybody else is telling you. And I stay firm to it today. My own dad even says, Matt, sometimes that doesn't work. And I said, okay, you do your thing and I'll follow my intuition. And one day I'll let you know how it goes for me. So that's what you have to do. That's what it means to us. We are the brand, you are the brand, and we're about to kill the game. Subscribe for more. We have to plug. Peace, fam.